I was gonna go to it that way I can.
And we're live already.
That was fast.
That was fast. Hello, everybody. I'm Dustin.
I don't know who I am.
I'm Dustin.
No, I'm his wife, Cassie. I'm gonna annoy the snot out of him tonight. It should be a good show. Just saying.
Live chat. So we are.
Just an FYI, I'm gonna look down at my phone a lot because
You should be able to see the comments right there.
I don't know if I will be able to.
Oh, there's somebody else watching now. This is another episode, and nobody else is watching. They came on and they left. Bye. You gotta remember to look right here, by the way.
Oh yeah.
This is the Dustin and Cassie show. We're a minute in. We haven't even said who we are and what we're doing yet.
We said who we are.
No, I did. Hey, John. World Tour Federation, Kilt Mania, coming to you live. So this might look a little different. It might look better. It might look worse. I don't know. It probably sounds different. We are doing the show from my phone right now, and we are going to explain why. Because of we haven't done a show in 2 weeks now.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of ground to cover. So 2 weeks ago, on Saturday night, we decided to have date night.
Yes.
So
after Shabbat, of course.
After Shabbat. So we dropped Eli off with the Woodsons, and we went into town. And our plan was we were going to go to AT&T and look at phones. Verizon had some issues, and we've been talking about switching over to Verizon. Hey, Ben! We've been talking about switching over from Verizon to AT&T for a while, and then there was you were having issues with your phone.
Well, I've been having issues with my phone.
Right.
And the day before, I went into town. I went into town and I lost signal, and I got on Wi-Fi at Walmart.
There's still time, Ben. You got an hour. You got a week. An hour. You got a week yet.
And I got on their Wi-Fi, and I told him, I said, I have no signal. I can't do anything. I can't even call 911. So, like, there was nothing. Eli, there's a lot of noise. And so he got on the phone with Verizon to figure out what the issue was. Well, I came home and I had nothing for almost 3 hours. And so we have no internet here. We were using the Woodsons before, but now that they've moved over to their house, they took their Wi-Fi with them, and so we have no Wi-Fi.
So the only thing we have is our cellular internet provided, that we get on our phones.
And so I had nothing. If there was an emergency, I couldn't even call 911. So he was ticked. I was ticked.
And the funny thing was I'd called Verizon and asked if they had any outages in our area.
And they said no.
They said no. But then you called somebody and they said yes, right?
Finally, when I got service, I had to call the technical support.
Yeah, because I ended up calling customer service thinking I was calling tech support, but it ended up being customer service, actually.
So I had to do that in order to figure out to replace my phone. So they ended up replacing my phone. And they replaced it for free. So no big deal. But she said when she asked for where we were located, she's like, yeah, there's an outage like all across Arkansas right now. So we were like, I was like, okay, well, we weren't told that, but my phone still needs to be replaced because it's still acting up.
Right.
So she said that was fine. So then they were going to send me a phone, but it wouldn't get here till Monday. And then, of course, he's going to be gone by then. And so I was still a little frustrated because then if something happens and my phone goes out again, because there was one night that it went out and like it just had the blue screen for like 10 minutes. And so if something happens, I'm basically screwed because, yeah. So Friday night we decided to go. We were just gonna go look at AT&T phones. We weren't gonna buy anything.
Not on Friday night. We decided Friday night we would go. We decided Friday night we were gonna go Saturday night.
And so we went Saturday night after sundown.
So we're just gonna go and look and see what kind of phones, because I've always been a Motorola guy ever since my first smartphone was a
No, it's Dustin's.
It's mine. It's a message in a Facebook.
It's a group chat.
Facebook group chat I'm getting. So that tells you Josh Almas isn't watching right now because he's commenting on that on Facebook. But sorry about that. But I've always been a Motorola guy. Have I always had Motorola's when I had smartphones?
Yeah.
Like my very, very first cell phone was a Motorola. And I think one time I had a LG and I wasn't a fan of it. But I've always had Motorola's, I think, since I had the original Moto Droid. Yeah. Then I had the Droid 2. Then I had the Droid X. Then I had the Razr Max. And then I think I had a Turbo.
I don't remember all of those.
Because I'm a Motorola guy. Then I had the Turbo. And then the Moto X. And then the Moto Z, I think, was what I had after the X. But then I'm like, well, I know AT&T, what's been said. I have a Moto G7 Power 3-day battery life. Nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I technically don't need your old phone anymore, Ben, because we got new phones. So I could use my Moto Z3 for my spare phone now. But it's always good to keep, although your phone, it's a Republic Wireless, so I can't even put a SIM card in it if I wanted to. But anyways, so our original plan was just to go and look, because I'm a Motorola guy. AT&T doesn't carry any Motorola phones.
I knew that if we went, we were going to buy, because that's how we roll.
And so I wanted her to see the phones. I'm the type, I look into the text and specs, of everything and see what's good and what's not good, whatever. So I have a general idea of when we're going in, what we want to look at. And I pretty much knew it was either going to be the Samsung S10 Plus or the Samsung Note 10 Plus. And after watching a couple of videos, like originally I was thinking we'd get the Note 10 Plus, but then I read some stuff on it. It's like, you probably don't want the Note, you probably just want the S10 Plus. And I thought, that'd be kind of fun. My phone's an S10, my pickup truck's an S10. I've always been an S10 guy with pickup trucks, so my phone could be an S10. But then the more and more we watched on the Note 10 Plus, we're like, that's the phone we need to get. So we wanted to go in and look at it, get our hands on it, see if we liked it. And then they told us that they had a deal, basically buy one, get one free. Well, it wasn't quite free. It was buy one and get, what was it, $750 off the other one. And they didn't know when that promotion was going to end. So we're like, let's just go ahead and do it. So
plus they they paid us to come over there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, so they paid us basically to switch from Verizon to AT&T.
So basically his phone was free.
Your phone was free.
Your phone was free.
Whatever. So I have a new Note 10 Plus. She has a new Note 10 Plus. We love our phones. They're awesome. They're really, really cool. And then the other thing is we've been with Verizon since
for 10 years? At
least 10 or 12 years. Mm-hmm. Because let's see, way back in the day, like 2005, I was with AT&T when I first started driving truck.
Okay.
No, AT&T first. So with AT&T.
Excuse me.
And then after I met her, I was talking on the phone a lot more.
And what did I have back then?
You had a Nextel.
Nextel, right.
You had a Nextel phone.
It was yellow.
Because you had the chirp. I remember you could do the chirp thing, and I couldn't do that. Yeah, Nextel. So I had AT&T.
Flip phone.
And that was back in the day when you had like your home network area. Like you had like regions of a state. That was like your home area. Kenny Johnson's watching. He said, "Stop
Sorry.
yawning. You're making us tired." Sorry. So that was back. I mean, that's way back in the day when they had like these home region areas. So I had like the eastern half of the Upper Peninsula and the northern Lower Peninsula was my home region. But I drove truck and I drove like all the 10 states around the Great Lakes.
Like, I'm gonna yawn again. I'm just gonna go like this.
And so I had an unlimited minutes plan, which cost me. Now get this. This was before smartphones, so there was like no data, but it was maybe a little bit. It was a little bit of data maybe, or you had data access, but it was very very slow. It was before 3G and any of that. But unlimited talk, unlimited text. $300 a month I was paying for my cell phone back then. $300 for a single cell phone line.
Here's the deal though. When we first met, we literally like talked all night long. We talked all the time.
Well, we didn't talk all night long because I had to sleep.
Okay.
Hey, Samson Tara's watching. Hey, guys.
We would be on the phone without being on the phone.
Yeah, like we would talk, for 3, 4, 5 hours at night.
Fall asleep.
We'd fall asleep, and I'd wake up in the morning, and our phones would still be connected. So, there would seriously be.
We would talk all night.
Yeah, snoring in each other's ears. But anyways, so long story short, I was with AT&T. I ended up getting you a phone on my plan, but then
it's
cheaper because then we could we call within AT&T and there was no charge. But then I got a letter when we were talking about switching to Alltel because Alltel had the friends and family plan, and I thought, well then she could add her parents' home line to it and all this kind of stuff, and I could call other people, my buddies and stuff, no charge. Then I got this letter from AT&T, and AT&T said that they did an audit of all of their customers, and they were going to terminate my contract with them. I'm like, wait, what? And what it basically said was because of their home regions and stuff, and because I traveled. Did your phone go off?
Yeah, mine did.
Okay. Because of their home regions and stuff, and because I traveled around the area that I did, they were paying more in overage charges not overage charges. They were paying more in roaming charges to the other company's towers I was using, that I was bouncing off of, than what I was actually paying in my monthly bill. So AT&T was paying more than $300 a month to these other companies' towers that I was using when I was traveling. Then, that's what they were paying, more than $300 a month. So they were losing money to have me as a customer. So they said, we're done. We're going to cut ties with you. No more.
Which was good for us because we were trying to figure out how
to
get out of the contract.
We were going to switch to Alltel and just pay the $100 to get out of the contract. So they saved me $100. So we would switch to Alltel, and then Alltel got bought out by Verizon. So we've been with Verizon ever since that time. So
I think that was actually right when we were getting married, before. So it's been 13
years. So when the Woodsons lived here, we had Verizon. They had AT&T. And I would do a speed test on Verizon here. Now, granted, where we're at, the Verizon tower and the AT&T tower are literally like a quarter of a mile apart from each other. So they're the same distance from our house. They're like right in a straight line. So from where they're at, they're a quarter mile from each other, but they're still the same distance from us. So with Verizon, a speed test on my phone on Verizon, I would get maybe 15 meg download speed and maybe 2 or 3 meg upload speed. On AT&T hooked up to the Woodson's Wi-Fi, we would get 100 plus download speeds, and I don't remember what the upload speeds were.
Yeah, the night we came home and he tested it,
So I did a speed test when we got home. 175 meg download speed and 15 meg upload speed. And that was the face that I made. I'm like, oh, I can't believe this. Look at this speed. I'm like, our shows are going to be awesome because it's no more going to be lagging, internet when we're doing our show. But here's the but now. With Verizon, we had
It's taking me a long time to explain this.
Unlimited mobile hotspot. So I could turn on the hotspot on my phone, share it to my laptop. We could stream all we want, no big deal. AT&T doesn't do that. They cut you off after 15 gigs. And I have no idea how much a show is going to use. We do know this much. if you stream one 45-minute TV show on Amazon Prime, it's going to use 4 gigs of data. So we're like, let's not take any chances with our show, because we know by like the early part of 2020 they're going to have fiber here at our house. So it's like, well, let's just do the show from our phone because it's got a great camera on it anyway. And then that way it's just using the standard normal mobile data, not doing a hotspot. And so, yeah, so that's why we're doing this. Wow, that's, oof. That's why we're doing it now. So hopefully the audio sounds okay. I mean, I'm not using my high-tech, microphone that I bought. But
I want to show you guys, okay? Because I love this camera. It's the whole reason. Okay, so here's a photo that I took.
Can you bring it closer to the camera?
Yeah, let's see. Here's a photo that I took
that looks good.
Of my roses, okay? That's how far away it is. I can zoom it in. It went away. I can zoom it in, and you can literally see.
There it is.
The drops.
The water drops on the petals of the flower. How cool is that?
I mean, it's not like it's like super close. See, it's not, but that is so cool.
And I haven't put out the video yet. I gotta edit it. But the phone also, it has several different like video recording settings, and there's a setting called hyperlapse. And hyperlapse, if you guys have watched any of my trucking videos, you know how I speed up the video footage. Well, hyperlapse basically does that. It's a preset amount. And I want to say it was roughly 40 seconds of video footage is produced from 10 minutes of actual real-time recording. And it looks really, really smooth compared to the sped up footage. When I put together the trucking video, I'm going to do a comparison of doing this. Hey, you're making, I'm going to do a comparison of doing the one and then doing the other and have it. I can't do them side by side, I don't think. I haven't figured out quite yet how to do that in the video foot. It's funny because I do something there and I look down and I see myself doing it a second later.
Sorry.
So it's okay. It's no big deal. I could almost see myself do something if I really wanted to try. It'd be kind of funny. Anyways, so I'm probably gonna start using that for now on as when I record trucking, but maybe I won't. Maybe I will just, if it's not really that big of a deal, I might just use my old phone I was using before, because that way I can still use my cell phone if I want to and have the other phone up recording. I need to figure out a mount that I can get that's got a little bit of like shock absorbers in it, so then I can put my old phone up there and have it recording the whole day long and then use what footage I want to. Because like there was that day that I caught the tail end of that accident outside St. Louis. I wish I had my phone running, then I could have went back and looked and seen what happened. I don't wear skirts. I don't have a skirt.
You have a quilt?
You need to not talk because this will pick that up. This is not like the other microphone, okay?
Sorry.
No, I don't have a quilt either. It's not a skirt. It's a kilt. There's a difference. No, I'm not wearing it. It's right here. Oops.
How about you just ask me to get it for you?
How about I just reach for it? You can't see the look she's giving me. It was off camera. So, this is...
It stinks.
Are you going to wash it this week? I need to button it up.
Y'all, I didn't think I was going to like it. I was actually
She loves it.
I like it. I even, yeah.
Even, yeah, what?
Nothing.
So this is my kilt I got for, well, because
he can.
the brand is, pardon my language, Damn Near Kiltum, which is a really good, funny name. This is the, what?
Ben, it does have some skirt limitations. Trampolines, for instance.
This is called the Smitty, and you see it's got, D-rings here.
This is my favorite
and here.
Where's it at?
Underneath the apron. That's your
Underneath
favorite.
is my favorite part. But where's it at?
It's right here.
Oh, it's on this side. No, it's on this side.
Yeah.
It has a little flask.
It's called the Grandpa's cough syrup pocket. Is what they refer to it as. It's a hidden pocket for the for a flask. But it's got pockets on the side here with these adjustable straps. It's got other pockets over here on this side, and it's got this decorative chain. So I like it. Yeah, it does need to be washed, though. It kind of has a little bit
stinks.
But it's made of heavy denim. It's really nice. What was the comment you said exactly?
That can be taken a few ways.
What would you say? You like what's underneath the apron?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
Put a blue ribbon on it.
You're gonna make me start singing the song.
Okay, so you sing that song. You and Gina sing that song. Y'all both know it. Y'all sing it. I have no idea. I've never actually listened to the words, and I'm like, I don't even know what she's talking about. So I went and found the video, and then she posted the video,
right?
And it had lyrics on it, and so I listened to the lyrics, and I was like, holy crap!
You never listened to the lyrics when you're singing it?
No, I always just tune you out.
How rude. So if you don't know, there's a song called, if you Google this or go to YouTube, type in Irish Rovers, The Drunken Scotsman. And this song is the song that sparked the interest in getting kilts for Sukkot. So,
but I never paid attention to the lyrics. At the end, it talks about
hey Marcy,
the first prize, and I was like, I don't even know what they're talking about, and I've never wanted to ask you what it was talking about. So then today, when I actually listened to it and I read the lyrics, I was like, oh my gosh, I need a blue ribbon.
Anyway.
Is that PG? Oh, anywho.
So yeah, I got a kilt. Philip got a kilt. Ryan's gonna have a kilt. Josh is gonna have a kilt. Tom has a kilt.
Scott
has a kilt.
I think that's it.
So we'll all be wearing kilts at Sukkot.
Hi, Marcy.
A couple different times, probably. I really like mine. She really likes me in it. I'm probably going to...
Oh, Christopher does too. Vandiver.
Oh, Christopher. That's right. Yep, Chris Vandiver. He's going to have one too. I don't know if I added him to the group. I knew I was forgetting somebody. He might not be in that chat group.
Not everyone.
Kenny Johnson, you should get one.
If you order from...
Damn Near Kiltum,
they will have it to you quickly. You can even have it shipped here. It'll get to you in a day.
We ordered it on Sunday. They shipped it out on Thursday, and we had it on Friday.
Yeah, he wore his for trumpets.
Who did? Oh, yeah. That's right. Chris Vandiver did. That's right.
Yeah, we ordered one.
We didn't order ours on Amazon Prime. We ordered it directly from the company. Okay. And it ships out of Kansas, so.
Yeah, we ordered last Sunday after sundown. And then no,
I thought it was Sunday night.
Sunday night, that's what I meant.
Saturday.
Sunday night. Sunday night after sundown we ordered it. And it shipped out on Thursday and it was here on Friday.
And the cool thing was too, is I signed up. They have a thing, they have a newsletter thing. So if you sign up for the newsletter, they give you this promotional code and it gives you 10% off. Well, she placed the order and I told her about it and then she forgot to put the code in. So,
no, you didn't tell me about it till after.
I thought I told you about it before.
No, you said, oh, crap. I was supposed to tell you about
I took a screenshot of it. I took a screenshot of it so we wouldn't forget the code. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, so I emailed them and they said, yeah, they'd go ahead and apply. So they applied.
They did right away, too.
They applied the 10% discount.
You texted me and said that they were going to be doing that and they had already put it in the account.
Yeah. So that was cool. Thus far, I'm very, very impressed with this company. Mm-hmm. They... From different kilts that I've looked at online, they're very, very reasonably priced, and I mean
they're well made.
I think so.
That one is super. It's really heavy, but it looks like it's durable. It's a
heavy denim material. Not all of theirs are made out of the same material. There's
but even Phillips is. we pulled Phillips out, and even Phillips is like good quality.
So the one I got's the most expensive one they have. They range in price from $60 to this one's $100. But then you figure you get 10% off, you save $10, on $100 one. So, and then they have, other things like you can get a Sporan, or they have belts that you can get for them. And they have a beer holder that you can get. So like if you have the belt, you can have this beer holder then that goes on the belt. And they make it so it fits like a 12-ounce glass bottle, or a bigger, like a 40-ounce glass bottle. So no money for that this year, but maybe next year the kilt will have accessories like a Sporan and what it really. These have dual bottle holders, one for each side.
I'm hoping we have a baby by next to go. If we have a baby by next to go, you won't be buying anything with kilts. You'll be spending money on baby stuff.
I don't spend any money on anything anyway.
You're right, I do.
She spends the money.
That's why we never have any. At least I'm keeping it real.
So 2 weeks ago, then we got baby kilts. You're maybe going to Baby Shark song.
Look, if I'm gonna have a baby at Sukkot, he's gonna give me the tent that I want with a heater.
That tent that you want doesn't have a spot for a heater in it. You know that, right?
You can.
You'd have to get a tent like the Wilds have if you want one with a heater.
Mm-mm. Yeah, but it's nice and
you'd want a heater like with the Woodsons have.
No, I'm just gonna put you and Eli between us.
There you go. Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, I'm yawning out now.
So that was 2 weeks ago, the whole phone thing, and now we got the kilt thing. We didn't do a video last week
because we went to
the Bowers. So
last week it was a double Shabbat because Saturday night was the start of the Feast of Trumpets. So Benjamin said, we just bought a special baby bed cushion because we're puzzling how to keep a newborn warm out in a tent in October, especially in Michigan. Temperature's going to drop for us.
I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited.
The first night of Sukkot that will be out at Zach's Friday night this coming week, the low for the night is 36 degrees. I'm like, that's 4 degrees above freezing.
It's the first night. Everybody is going to be, yeah.
Marcy said she loves your necklace.
Thank you. I made it.
So, yeah, that's going to be some cuddling weather, that's for sure.
But see, here's the deal. Okay, so in our living room, because, Sukkot's coming up, and so we have stuff everywhere. And we had to buy a new mattress this year. Because we gifted our mattress to somebody else, so we had to get a new mattress. And we got a tent this year because so when I went mattress shopping, like I said, I spend the money. I went mattress shopping. The mattress that we got the last time, they didn't have. So which was
like 4 years ago that we got that one.
Yeah. So, but it was an RV queen. And so there's a difference between an RV queen and then a regular queen. So we were just going to get a regular queen. Well, they did have it, but the king size mattress
was cheaper, right?
Was $10 cheaper, and it's bigger. We sleep on a California king now, and sometimes that's not enough room. Because I need space. He's so
don't let her fool you. A California king is more than enough room for the two of us.
It's more than enough room.
We literally sleep on half the bed most of the time.
Yeah, but
and I'll tell you which half of the bed we sleep on. It's my half of the bed because I'll be right up against the edge of the bed, and she's cuddled up right next to me, and there's the whole half of the bed on the other side behind her where there ain't nothing there. Because we're on my side of the bed. Because she's trying to push me off the bed.
I only sleep with him 2 nights a week. So, anyway, so I got a king-size mattress this time. Last year, we bought Eli a cot. he hated it.
Lauren says Ben takes all the blankets. Would you get me a glass of water, please?
He doesn't take blankets. He throws all the blankets off.
Sure.
Himself. Usually I have the blankets.
You don't have
but
to. I like it cold. Though.
Unless I'm touching him. If I'm touching him, then I don't have anything because he's a heater. So Eli, but last year we bought Eli a cot.
She said I'm hot.
Last year we bought Eli a heater. Or a heater.
I'm hot in this.
We bought Eli a cot, and Eli hated the cot, and he didn't sleep on the cot. He took his blankets and put them next to me on the floor and slept on the floor. So I said, you know what? I sold his cot to somebody, and same people that got our bed, and I said, I'm just gonna buy the king size mattress because it's cheaper than the queen, and this way all three of us can just sleep in bed together. Because ain't nothing happened during SCO anyway. So
you know why she does that? Because Eli is a little heater too. So she'll put him on one side, me on the other side, and she'll be in the middle, and she'll be sucking all the heat off of us.
So I don't have an issue getting cold at night during SCO. Because I sleep between them two. He's not even exaggerating. When we had the camper on the really super cold nights, that's what we would do. We actually would sleep in our underwear, and which Eli was only 5 at the time.
Not even.
And so.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So we were told by somebody that if you want to get warm and it's super cold, to sleep down in like your underwear or naked, which we were gonna sleep naked with Eli. So, but we would get down in our underwear.
But without Eli.
And I'm not even joking. We were warmer that way than we were if we had clothes on.
And here's the reason why. Because if you put clothes on, the clothes trap in your heat next to your body, and you don't share your heat out. Whereas if you strip down just your underwear, the most of your body, when you're skin to skin, you're sharing your body heat. Just like, the rescue techniques. Like if somebody, falls into ice water, whatever, and you get them out, and you're afraid they're going to hypothermia, you strip them down, and you get stripped down, and you share your body heat with them. Mm-hmm. So it works that way too in the wintertime.
Okay.
And go in there with it, because this microphone picks up. So all that crackling, they can hear that. So go in there.
So, anyway, we decided that since we have the king bed now, for all three of us to sleep, we needed a bigger tent because the king bed wasn't going to fit in our bigger tent.
You mean the other one we had?
Yeah, the king bed wasn't going to fit in the tent. So we bought a bigger tent. So that extra savings of $10 actually ended up costing us $140. So we got a new tent, a new bed, and I bought us a new chair.
We haven't tried that out yet.
No, you haven't tried it out yet. I love this chair. I put it in the
And the new tent required a new tarp to go over to make sure the rainfly coverage good. Because the tent that we got doesn't have a solid roof on it like what tents normally do. It's got a screen cover, then it's got the rainfly that goes over top of it. So if it happens to be we get a little bit of sideways rain or whatever, you could easily make it up underneath that rainfly. So we got a tarp that'll hang over.
Marcy.
It'll hang over 2 feet on the ends and a foot on both sides, right? Because the new tent's a 10 by 20. So the tarp we got was a 12 by 24. Yeah. Ben says that's how our Soko always goes too. We start getting supplies and it gets complicated. But you guys know how to pack. I can tell you that. I seen you going down the road last year.
But that's the thing is, I'm like, okay, now we should be good for a few years. Like, we should be good. Unless we start adding babies. But
if we start adding babies, we can still fit a lot of people into a 10 by 20.
I mean, the tent will be fine. We just need it to be warmer. But it'll be good. So the chair
Well, if we just need to be warmer, all we do is we switch calendars and we go to the one where everybody's doing it at the beginning of September instead of the beginning of October.
Marcy said it will be extremely cold here and she can't sleep outside. Can she make a tent in her basement?
I don't see why not. Actually, I mean, you won't even have to make a tent. You can make a sukkah in your basement.
Mm-hmm.
You decorate it all nice and pretty, and
That's what I would do. I love the Riggins, a family that comes to Zaxico. She always decorates her tent. It looks so pretty all the time. I don't have that kind of talent.
so then, okay, so back to last week. We
What-
went out to the Bowers.
Kenny
Wait.
Johnson said, what kind of tent did we get?
It's the Ozark Trail brand, right?
Instant.
Is it Ozark Trail? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Ozark. It's an Ozark Trail instant tent. I will say this. I mean, people dog on the Ozark Trail tents. Like Zach, he dogs on them. That's all we've ever used for Sukkot. With our first one, we used it, 3 years, right?
Something like that, 3 or 4.
3 years. Well, no, because last year we used the one we brought from the Woodsons.
Yeah, but we still could have used ours.
Yeah,
but
ours, we
didn't.
still could have used
We
ours.
used theirs because it was bigger.
Right. But the instant tents, that is the way to go. I mean, your tent is up, ready to go in under 5 minutes.
Yeah, I could put it up by myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
The nice thing about this tent is it's 3 rooms, which we're only going to make it into 2 rooms since we're going to basically all be sleeping in together. So we'll use one room for the bed and stuff, and then we'll use the other one for our compost toilet and then a changing room to change in.
We gotta figure out a thing for the door too.
Yeah, I think I kind of got that figured.
Do you? Are you gonna do a sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Or
have
like
a
a
way to
blanket.
attach it?
No, I got to figure that out.
Okay.
But it almost might be beneficial for us if it's going to be cold to just close the thing down. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what
Oh,
happens.
I didn't think about that with the wind and stuff going in there.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
See, our tent that we got has a canopy for the door, but the canopy is also the door cover. So we wanted to put the canopy up and leave it up, not have to pull it down. So we figured we could hang something on the inside to cover the door. That way people can't, look in. But yeah, if it's going to be cold,
If it's going to be cold, we'll
we
probably
might
close
want
it.
to close it up to keep that thermal barrier,
Yeah.
especially if it's windy.
Yep. But I'm
So-
excited for it. So, and Marcy, a while back, you asked if I will make you one. You just got to tell me colors.
So what else? Last week we went to the Bowers.
So last Saturday we went to the Bowers. We went over to pray with Jamie, and blow trumpets. We blew our shofars. So we did that on Saturday, and then the boys came home with us on Saturday night. So Eli had playmates all this week. They went home yesterday. Jamie is home from the hospital. I don't know if Zach's posted that yet. She got home last night or yesterday. But I won't say anything else. That's for his videos. She looked good though. I thought she looked good compared to what she looked like on last Saturday. She was super weak last Saturday. And so and even earlier this week. So she looked better. But like I said, she's doing good as far as I know. But that's all I'll say. It's for him to do. Food helps, yes. Food does help. I think he did did he do a video, Ben, about the food situation? Because I don't want to spill things that I'm not
You mean
supposed
about that
to.
he was to get some better food for her or whatever with the feeding tube?
Yeah, so
he talked before. He said before about that was the food that they gave her before with the feeding tube was nasty stuff. So he found something.
well,
that
it's
was,
all filled with cornmeal and
right.
stuff.
So
It's
he
all
found something
crap.
online that somebody where you could get high quality stuff that you could put through a feeding tube.
The insurance paid for, which was awesome.
He talked about that in the video.
Okay, so but from Sunday night until Wednesday morning, she hadn't had any. Wednesday morning, she had no food, nothing. No, they didn't give her feeding tube until Wednesday, and she didn't have anything up until then. That's all I'm gonna say. It was horrible. Marcy, I'm not sure what it was that what it was. Zach posted a picture of it, I think.
The other thing with this past week is when I got my new phone, I'm like, I don't normally play games on my phone, but I think this phone has such a nice, great display on it. I want to find a game to play. And I knew Sukkot was coming up, and last year at Sukkot they had a Settlers of Catan tournament, which I totally missed. I never have played Settlers of Catan. I didn't get to watch the tournament to see how the game was played. So I thought, I want to learn how to play this game.
Well, the boys brought the game over.
Yeah, they brought it at my request, though.
Yeah.
But before that, I'd asked before to ask them about bringing it over. I played the game to see if I liked it or not. So I downloaded, and if you guys don't know this, there is a game you can get for your Android phone. I'm sure it's on Apple too, called Catan Universe, and you can play Settlers of Catan. It also has the Seafarers expansion. It has the Cities and Knights expansion. It also has two other different scenarios, and there's something about the Incas and something else on there too.
Return of the Incas.
Return of the Incas?
Or Rise of the Incas.
Rise of the Incas. And then there's some other one on there too. I forget what it is. Anyways, so before I downloaded the game, I'm like, I don't even know how to play this game. So then I went and found a couple videos online of people explaining how to play the game. So I watched like an hour and a half of people playing the game before I actually played the game myself. Then I started playing it. I'm like, I love this game. So then I asked for the Bauer boys to bring theirs over, and we played it. And so now she's hooked on it. Eli's hooked on it. We all love it. So
I played twice in person. I won both times. I love strategy games. No, I beat your dad, and then I beat you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You heard it here. She confessed she beats me.
I do.
She beat him.
You just won't see any bruises because I'm smart. Anyways, I really like it. I like strategy games. He likes to play Risk, and we play Risk.
But I like to play World Domination Risk, and she won't play that. We have to play Mission Risk for her.
I play World Domination too, just not that often.
Very rarely.
The problem with World Domination is it takes too long. I don't want any game that's going to take me 5 hours to play.
Well, if you would just hurry up and die, it wouldn't take that long.
Besides card games. Besides card games,
yeah,
I don't like
she'll sit and play hand and foot for 5 hours straight, and she don't care. But you can't play Risk for 5 hours.
You play, you get up, you get something to eat, you do stuff, whatever.
Yeah, with World Domination
zero.
Risk, you roll the dice, you make your attacks, you do your tactical move, and then the next guy goes and does their thing.
It's zero.
And if you're getting attacked, what?
It is zero brain power to play hand and foot. Like you're literally just throwing cards down on the table. I don't have to sit here for 5 hours thinking, okay, what do I need to do next? And what move do I need to go next? And this and that. Because I can't just play to play. I have to play and think 5 moves ahead. You know, that's how I am. I can't just think of this move. And so I have to think about the next move and what you possibly could do.
You're thinking about this way too much. It's just a game.
That's why I don't like playing it with him. But here's the thing. I always win, and he gets mad. Even when I try to throw the game, I still win, and he still gets mad. And then, guess what? Eli is just like him, so Eli gets mad.
200 soldiers in Risk. You talking about turning in the books? I don't know if you can get that high. The max is 55.
I don't know.
I've never played a game where they even got up to 55 for turning in for the books.
Maybe she means like overall on the board.
You can't have that, man. It's 40.
Yeah, but then you got the horses and the other stuff too.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forget about that. Usually by the end though, you're whittled down. You're not even using those things anymore.
Tara said we played Life today. All the kids are finally big enough to play kid games. Yay.
The last time we played Life, I went through Life without getting any kids. And I think I was almost to retirement before I actually got a house.
She said with the cheats.
I didn't know there was cheats on the Risk game.
I didn't know there was cheats on there either.
I never played it on the computer. I used to. Remember that we used to back in the day? Remember we lived in Alabama?
Yeah.
John had it on his laptop. You had it on yours, and I had it on mine. We'd sit there and play.
Yeah.
I remember that. I didn't know there was cheats
That's
for
the thing, though, is I like strategy games, like where you have to think ahead like that, and that's why I like Catan.
It's fun. We're gonna be saving up our money because we just blew a bunch for Sukkot, but we're gonna be saving up our money to
Buy
get
one.
Settlers of Catan, and we're probably gonna go ahead and, depending on how it is, we'll probably get the Seafarers expansion when we can.
I didn't think I would like it, but I actually like it. I might do the tournament. I haven't decided yet.
Are there going to be a tournament this year?
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't know if there's enough
I think I
people
might do the tournament
bringing their
too.
boards or not.
I think I might do the tournament too.
I like it.
So anyways, that was last week. This week. Oh, by the way, I ran really, really good miles. Like, I had 3,300 miles one week, 3,200 miles the next week. And then this past week was only a 5-day work week, and I still managed to pull off 2,800 miles in 5 days. Because I had Sunday off due to trumpets.
We looked at sequence. I don't remember why we decided not to get it the last time.
I don't know.
Because we thought it'd be too hard for me.
We thought it would be too hard for Eli.
Yeah.
Eli is pretty good at games, though. Like, he picked up on Catan right away.
I was impressed how quickly he picked up on it.
And so, but he's like me in that he likes strategy games. The only thing is that he's
a bugger.
He gets mad like his dad.
Eli likes to block me from getting longest road. I played a game with him and Joshua and Caleb, and right out the bat, like 3 turns in, Eli put a road in to block me from connecting
She said stop jawing.
Yawning?
She's putting jawing.
I think she means yawning. But he put a road in to block me from connecting my 2 settlements together. So then I just poured water right here. So then later in the game, Joshua was working towards getting longest road, and Eli and I were battling for longest road. But due to what he did to me, I had very limited. I was going to run out of road before I ran out of tiles. Like I was going to run out of places where I could build road before I was going to run out of tiles. I was trapped in. So what I did, since the little bugger prevented me from connecting my 2 settlements and therefore technically cost me longest road, Joshua was in a position where he could cut off Eli, but Joshua didn't have enough resources. And so
you traded, didn't you?
No, I didn't even trade. I straight up said, Joshua, I will give you brick and wood if you build this road right here, right now.
You're so mean.
Joshua's like, really? I'm like, yes, you have to build right here, right now. He says, okay. And he built and blocked Eli in, so Eli couldn't get longest road.
I'm so mad at you for that, too.
So Joshua ended up getting longest road.
It's supposed to be
You're
people
mean.
for themselves. And Joshua and my dad teamed up against each other.
Teamed up to go against you. That's funny.
Sorry.
Here's the deal. We've always had this with Eli. Whenever we've played games, we've taught him how to play. And we've played correctly. We never bend the rules, to make it easier for him. And we've never played to let him win. If he's gonna win fair and square. And so we've never.
So he's a sore loser.
He is a sore loser. But guess what? Guess who he gets it from? His dad.
No, his mom, because she's more competitive.
I am competitive. I will admit that I'm competitive. But I'm okay with losing if I'm losing fairly. If I lose and I'm losing, because I lost, that's one thing. If I lose because people are cheating so that I lose, I don't like that.
Well, if you can't win when people are cheating against you, then you're just not that good anyway.
Just saying. I won't get mad.
Kidding. No, she'll get even.
But the thing is that I realized real quickly that the Bauer boys are hardcore. They don't give you anything. We were playing and I had only played once with you, and then I was playing once with them, and I totally didn't remember one of the rules,
Sorry.
and I went to do something. Josh was like, "You can't do that," and I was like, "Why can't I?" And then he explained it, and I was like, ugh.
It was about settlement placement, right?
Yeah, and I was like, "Well, can I move this? Because I would have never set that there if I didn't know." And he's like, "No, you already laid it. That's it." I was like, "Okay."
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Play hardcore.
Zach Jr.
and I asked him, I said, "Okay, so your dad is super competitive, and I can tell that you are super competitive. How does that go?" He goes, "It's intense."
Anyway, so now we've picked up playing Catan. We love that. Have you ever played Rum and Cube? Yes,
Yeah.
we have Rum and Cube.
Yes.
We like that too.
We like Rum. We haven't played that in a while, have we?
Mm-mm. No, we haven't. We like that too.
Yep. That gets crazy sometimes. I mean, we've had times where you spend 5 minutes rearranging a board just so you can play one more tile.
One more.
For me, she can see things better than I can as far as like moving the pieces around in your mind and getting it where you want it. I'm not as good as what she is, so I kind of like will color code things, like all the reds. Like if you have like, you know, a stack of 2s together, a stack of 3s together, a stack of 4s, whatever. All the reds will be in a line together, all the blacks will be in a line together, all the oranges. So like I'll have a code, you know, of how it goes. So like if this stack is like blue, black, red, and then orange would be on the end, and then this stack is black, red, orange, then they won't be lined up perfectly. One will be off because that way that blue cone stays where it's supposed to be. Then I can see, okay, I can move this here, I can move this here, I can slide this one from here down over here, and
I don't need all that.
what, the water?
No, all the color code.
Oh, it just works easier for me.
Marcy, are you coming to the conference in February? The Woodsons? We should have a game night. That'd be fun. I can't wait for the conference. I'm excited.
Well, guess what? You can't wait for the conference because you got no choice.
I know. I'm excited for the Torah Sisters conference.
Oh, that's right. That's in December.
That's in December. And we got approved this week to be able to go on the road with him. So Eli is going to go on the road with him, and I'm going to go to Michigan.
Hey, it's about to storm, guys.
That's okay.
There's lightning.
Yeah, it's supposed to storm tonight. Ben, is Lauren going to go to the Torah Sisters conference?
Well,
Probably not. She's going to have a baby, and there's no kids allowed.
Right.
So never mind. That was a dumb question.
Marcy said she's coming to the conference. He said probably not, newborn.
Yeah. Once I processed it and thought about it.
She wasn't thinking 7 steps ahead.
No. Only with games.
Right. So this week, coming up.
Yes.
Sukkot starts on Friday.
I am coming to Michigan with Angela Mutria and Gina Woodson and Mary Liederbrand. And Jamie, if she's able to go. The 5 of us are going to go. I'm so excited.
You see how thrilled I am.
Hey, even you said that you were excited that I was going to go do a girl thing.
And you're excited I get to come on the road with you. On my birthday, too.
Yep, Eli will be with me on his birthday on the road.
Marcy, are you going to the Sisters Conference, the Torah Sisters Conference in December? She said I am, so.
I think she was
Are you going to
the
that too?
here.
Or are you going to the Woodson's conference? So many conferences. Lauren is probably out of the conference for a long time. Too many crumb crunchers.
Crumb crunchers.
See, that's why I gotta enjoy them this year. Oh, after Sukkot, I will be making a doctor's appointment for the baby doctor.
Hooray!
She said she can't for the other one because it's during weekdays.
Yeah. So this week, so we had, last week I had because I'm still going to my back therapy. It was supposed to be like 3 months.
That was 18 weeks.
It was 18 visits. So how many?
18 weeks would be 18 visits.
Which would be
4.5 months.
months. Turned into like 8 months. So
36 visits.
John, Kenny said Chrissy wants to go to the Tour Sisters conference, but she didn't know anyone else was going.
So I'm not sure. I'm not sure who all is going. I just know that that we're going. We'll have tables set up to sell stuff, and that's all. So I'm not sure. I do know that there's no kids allowed, even babies. So they don't. You have to be 18 and over to go, or to be there. So, yes, Ben, I agree.
Sorry.
So anyway, so I was saying therapy. So 2 weeks ago, we went in and he said, okay, I want to do x-rays. And I was like, all right, let's go. And so we went to do x-rays. Well, he set me in place for the x-ray and he's doing like my neck area. And I'm like, why are we doing my neck? But okay, whatever. Well, he lets Eli actually take the pictures. Like he tells Eli what buttons to push and stuff. And so
Training my boy to be an x-ray tech.
So he did the x-rays and then we walked away and he said, okay, so your neck's at 11 point something and it was at an 8 before. We wanted it to be at least at a 11, a 10 or 11. So it's doing really good. And so he said, so next week we're going to graduate up to something else. And I was like, okay. And I'm thinking like, I didn't know that we were like doing something on my neck, but okay. And so maybe, we're going to the next step to being done. So then
moving on up.
So we went to go do one of the therapies, the other therapies that I do. And Eli says, he walked away, he put me in the room and then he walked away and Eli goes, Mom, he said, it said Jennifer Wells. And I was like, what? He said the name on the x-ray said Jennifer Wells. And I was like, well, maybe he just clicked something and it's fine. He goes, well, it said it for the picture and for the one that he did. So I was, at that point, I'm thinking, well, he made a mistake. We'll go ahead and ask him. Maybe he just typed in the wrong name. So then he's walking in there at that point. So I was like, okay, Dr. Smith, Eli said that he saw Jennifer Wells on the name. So I didn't know if you typed in the wrong name. And he goes, let's
Cassie.
go look. He's like, let's go look. And so we went back there. We went to his office and he pulled it up on the screen and he just went. And he like stuck his head down and shook and he's smiling. And he says, okay, let's see what I took the picture in. And so he checked the name he put the picture in was mine. And the folder that he put it, or the name he took the picture in was hers. And the folder he put it in was hers. He goes, I even know who this is. And he's shaking his head and he goes, you look nothing like her. Like, he says, I got to figure out how to fix this.
Now, the question is, knowing now there's a Jennifer Wells out there, did you go look her up online?
No.
You know what I'm doing after we get off the show.
So we went back in there. He did the x-ray again. And this time he actually did my lower back. And like he should have done. The nice thing is that my back before was crooked. It was like a 7-degree angle before, and then like 3 months ago it was at a 3-degree angle, and then 2 weeks ago it was completely straight. So everything they've been doing has been working and awesome, is obviously working. And on my back before, my lower and my disc, they were so crushed together that you couldn't see the separation of the disc. Now there's actually like a thumb between each one, which is how it should be. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So not only did he straighten my back, but he pulled those discs back apart the way that they should be.
Why don't you go feed the animals and stuff? Get that done before it starts raining.
Yeah, make sure you put the food where they won't get wet.
I did the earlier today one.
So
By the way, the cat's food dish, the food needs it. Like you need to put the food to the side and clean the dish out. It's looking pretty nasty.
I'll do that in the morning.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to do it now.
So it's been working. My only thing is, I'm like, I wish that because I'm still in pain. However, I can stand straight up, and it's not like before. I was like this, like my shoulders weren't lined up. Now my shoulders are mostly lined up. So what he's been doing has been working, and I'm not in as much pain, but it definitely is like there's days, which usually is when I have certain foods that I shouldn't have, especially pop. And so he said, well, you're still graduating. So this last Thursday.
We got a cap and gown.
So this last week.
She walked across the stage.
We went in.
Got a certificate.
He said, okay, we're going to do new stuff this time. So they're no longer stretching my back. And there's no longer doing certain exercise that we done. So now it's the first time ever. Like I text him and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And then when I left, I texted him and it was the first time ever that I've left his office crying because it hurt so much. And so we moved on to, instead of pulling, they had me on a machine where they were pulling, and then there was this other machine that I did where it vibrated. So it like,
did you?
Went like this, like it like.
There's 5 spots where lightning is hitting.
It like, moved, like it loosened everything up. Well, now we're on to like exercises. So there's certain exercises where, like I have this pulley thing and I like have to pull it across this way, but I have to stand still and just pull like this. And then I have to do it that way and like this way. And then there's one. So
you're threshing wheat then? And
then I guess so. And then there's one where I have to like turn.
Sounds like you're working your lower back muscles.
I am. And so I'm standing straight and I have to like turn my hips, but not my legs. And I have to like turn sideways and stuff. And they said this week we'll do 5. And then next week we'll move up to 10 and so on, as long as I can handle it. So then I hook this thing up to my leg and I have to move my leg. First I move it up, bring my knee up to my, towards my stomach. And then I take and like go back, while I'm pulling this tension thing. So then I get on this bed and I wish I had something. So it's basically like this, okay? So you have the bed and it's hard, but the middle part is loose. So we'll do it this way. The middle part is loose. So when you sit on it, you literally like go down into it. And I laid down on the bed. She put a heating pad thing down and I lay down. Instantly my back got hot. I hate being hot. Like I don't like it at all. So
says the woman who sleeps with 2 heaters next to her.
If I'm freezing, but it's not like hot. Like I don't want to sweat at all. I don't want to sweat. And so I laid down on this bed, and the reason that there's the middle part is soft is because there's a roller that's inside of it, and it goes up and down your back. So your body, you're laying down, and your body is literally going like this, because this roller is going down. So on my back, like, turn sideways. Here, I have a lump. And then down here on my lower back, I have the same kind of lump that's here. I have it on my lower back. Now, you can turn around, honey. So.
Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round.
So even when Dustin wants to give me like back massages and stuff, I'm always like, you have to be careful because that lump on my lower side hurts really bad, just like touching it. When you press on it, it hurts even more. So that stupid roller ball that's going up and down my back was hurting
She's
that
shaking the table.
lower
Please stop.
spot so much. It literally, like, I felt like somebody just took and punched the crap out of it. And she told me, she said, I'm only putting you on one. And then next week we'll move it up unless it's too much for you. If it's too much for you, then we won't. She said, now if it's too much now, you need to tell me so we'll stop because it can be a little intense. And so
like Indian poker.
I'm like, no, I'm fine. And so I said, we'll try it. It's okay. And I said, how long do I do it for? She's like, 10 minutes. So literally my body's going like this.
My body's forming.
And all of a sudden, it felt like someone took a super hot knife or and like something really, really hot and stuck it directly on my lower back, like on my skin. It was burning. It hurt so bad. I have a super high tolerance for pain. Like, ask him.
She's been married to me for how many years?
I have a very high tolerance for pain, right?
Yes.
It takes a lot to make me cry when it comes to like something hurting like that. I'm like, Dustin, I don't know if I can do this. I'm texting him. I'm like, it hurts. And she asked me, she's like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, do you want to keep going? And I'm like, I can suck it up. Like, if it's going to make me feel better, I'll suck it up. And that's kind of where my attitude was. Thursday, it took me so long. The Bauer boys are like, why are you so slow? When we were going shopping, because I couldn't. I just was like slowly walking because every step hurt. But by Friday, it was completely gone. So every Thursday, apparently, I'm just going to suck it up.
Every Thursday, you need to scoot over this way because you have your face off the screen. Your hair looks really blonde in there too, by the way.
It's gray.
So every Thursday, she now has an appointment with the local sadist.
Anyways, that was a long time to explain that, but it's totally working. I mean, I'm gonna suck it up because it's working, and I know it's working, and I can tell a difference.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
And so my mom was that way though. Like when we were kids, we weren't allowed to like I can remember we would go to our dad because we wanted to like him to be like, oh, it's okay, and rub our hair and stuff. My mom was not that way.
Rub our hair?
Well, I wanted him to like play with my
hour?
I meant like he would like
Did your brothers do that too?
I would lay on his lap and he would like rub my hair and say it's okay. And if I threw up, he would clean it up and he would like give me burners and make me feel better. My mom, on the other hand, was like, clean up your own puke and
Get your own soul.
get up. Don't baby it. If you baby it, it's gonna make it worse. Which isn't a bad quality because I say that to Eli. I'm like, dude, come on.
Clean up your own puke unless you want to clean up my puke too.
When he was a baby, I wasn't that way. I've only became that way when he got older. I haven't made him come home from work one time. Oh, well, I didn't make you. I just called you.
You asked.
I called
and I had
you.
an office job at the time, so it was really easy. It was only 5 minutes from home.
Anyways, we ranted for a long time. I ranted for a long time.
Yeah, you did. We haven't got any comments since you started talking.
Sorry. Excuse me.
I'm just picking. So this week,
somebody even left. We've annoyed people.
Where did Dustin get the shirt he's wearing in the Facebook kilt photo?
He got it from John Powders.
Yeah, Now You See TV. Do they sell that online?
I don't know. He had them at the Take on the World conference, and I bought all of us one.
Benedict had a glitch there back. Yeah, I got that Yeshua line of Judah shirt from Now You See TV. So I think they sell them online. I think you can look for it there.
Probably. They're really nice shirts.
Yeah, they're very comfortable too. Mm-hmm. Very soft. I like them because, okay, see this shirt, how much it hangs off my arm? Those ones.
Most of your shirts do that.
Those ones, the sleeve is tight, so it makes the guns look nice.
I liked his photos that he took yesterday.
Eli took the photos for me too, by the way. He's a photographer.
photographer yet.
I think there's a piece of your Play-Doh here by my foot underneath the. We're back, but we're probably
we're getting ready to get off here. We've been on here for over an hour.
Yeah. So this coming week,
So
Monday night starts Day of Atonement. So I'll be off work Tuesday. So I'm gonna leave tomorrow late morning. I should drive to the west side of Kansas, and then I'll just come back. Make my delivery Monday morning. Come back, be home Monday evening. Be off Tuesday. Go back to work Wednesday morning. It'll be then Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be back Friday sometime.
And tomorrow I have a bunch of seats that I need to make for somebody coming for Sukkot. So there's like 10 sets or something. So I'll be making seats tomorrow.
Somebody's coming for Sukkot and you gotta make seats for him?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Lisa.
Oh, okay.
And then
Finally
get service. Are you almost home?
She should be. She said she's gonna be home at 10:30. 45 minutes ago.
I don't know. She never told me what time she was gonna be home.
Oh.
We are home. Okay, good. It's starting to storm here. So Sunday I'll make seats. Then Monday we're supposed to go set up the tents, but we'll figure it out because they're gonna go mow. But we want to set up our stuff because then Tuesday is Day of Atonement for us, and then there's another family that we're gonna set up tents with. They their Day of Atonement is Wednesday, just lightning, but it's about to throw down. I know it's supposed to get really bad. And then ours is Monday night to Tuesday night. So it depends on which calendar you're following on. If you're on the Mutria's calendar, like they just did David. Everybody's like we're one day and then most are the next day. So it's either Tuesday or Wednesday, is what I'm seeing anyways.
Yeah.
So then Thursday I have my doctor's appointment, and then Friday we'll go out there and start Sukkoting. I'm so excited.
Are we gonna do a show from Zach's?
We probably will. Who knows? Maybe. We're not gonna guarantee.
He's got high-speed internet, so we could. She took Thursday off. Good night, Ben.
Okay, so Marcy, that's totally okay. Because here's the deal. You're trying. That's the point. It doesn't matter if you decide, you know what, I think the day is today, and so I'm going to keep it on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whatever. The fact is that you are going to try to do it, and you're doing the best that you can with the knowledge that you have. So, if you took Thursday off and that's the day that you are going to do it, then you can do it's from Wednesday night then to Thursday night, from sundown Wednesday to Thursday sundown. Zero judgment.
So that would make the actual 10th of October then, right? Isn't because Friday's the 11th?
Yeah.
So if then her 10th day of the Hebrew calendar would be the 10th day of this month as well. So as long as you did your Day of Trumpets on the first day of October, you'd be right in line with everything else. Where ours was the 28th.
I don't even know. Thought it was the 9th. Ours is the 8th. So if you took if the 8th is Tuesday, right? Can I have my Hold on, let me get my calendar. What day did you take off?
I'm yawning. We need to cut this short. She took off Thursday the 10th.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, though, I think that it's okay, right?
I think so.
You're trying. That's the point, is you're trying.
If we were all on the same calendar and the entire nation was doing it, it would be very simple to figure out.
Here's the deal. We're all doing it wrong. It doesn't even matter. None of us are going to have it on the right day.
That's what grace is all about.
Yep.
When you don't do it perfectly, you're covered by grace.
Yeah.
But the whole point is what's right here. What's in your heart? Are you trying? Are you actually in your heart trying to do it right? Or are you just like half-assing it? If you're actually trying, that's where God's like, I see my kids trying. They're not perfect, but they're at least trying, and that's what I love.
That's when a lot of people, Marcy, that's when a lot of people are doing it, is the 9th. So I think it's
The 9th
totally
is a
fine.
Wednesday. The 9th is Wednesday.
She said the 9th. I took the 9th. I took the 9th off.
That's
the 9th.
Wednesday.
That's what it is. But even if you would have taken Thursday off, I totally think that's fine.
Just try better next year.
So that's the thing, is I'm like, I think that everybody you're doing the best that you can with the knowledge that you have. That's all that matters. So ours is Monday night to Tuesday night. Some people's is Tuesday night to Wednesday night.
And some people's was 3 weeks ago. Hey, there's Nate.
Hey, we're getting ready to shut it down. So anyways.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's I mean, our very first year, I didn't know anything about Day of Atonement. And one guy was like, it's the high holiest day of all of the year. I'm like, I didn't know, so still learning. So that's like I said, that's where grace comes in. You have a good night, Nate. We're getting ready to go ourselves. I got to leave like late morning tomorrow to head to Kansas. So yeah, anyway, it looks like, though, Marcy, though, I think you're on track with what the Mutria's calendar is and that. So I wouldn't worry about it.
I wouldn't.
There's lots of people that stress over the calendar, and it's like, until Yeshua comes back, it's not something I'm going to stress and worry about. A year ago, I was starting to look into the Zadok calendar, doing research on that, and stirred up a little bit of a hornet's nest with a few people around here because they couldn't provide to me anything that I thought was substantial enough evidence to support the 13th month that they celebrated, whereas the Zadok calendar has no 13th month. And to me, knowing that God is a God of perfect order and perfect design, 12 30-month days in a year made perfect sense to me. Night, Marcy. And so I thought, well, that makes sense, And then the 4, what they call intercalary days. I thought, well, if the 4 intercalary days fall on the equinoxes and the solstices, that make perfect sense. The sun, moon, and stars for sign, seasons, and times. But then they didn't always line up from what I could see. But anyway, I decided to drop the whole thing and decided, yeah, mostly to do to her, but that the best thing for love, for fellowship, for unity is just keep the same calendar as the people I'm fellowshipping with the most. That makes the most sense. So that's what we do.
It's not worth the fight to me. Like, I wish we're all not on the same calendar as all our friends, and I kind of wish we are. And next year, I think we should try harder to try to figure it out if we can be, because I think it's important for us to be on the same calendar as everybody. But last week, our trumpets was on Sunday, and the Mutrias was on Monday. We just celebrated both of them.
Well, you did.
I did.
I didn't. I had to work.
You couldn't because you had to work. But if you would have been able to, you would have celebrated both of them.
Shoot, if I could be on a different calendar and I could take and have 2 Sukkots and still get work and whatever, I'd be all for having 2 week-long, camping trips.
Yeah. So it's just my personal opinion is we're all wrong. We're doing the best that we can with the knowledge that we have. And that eventually when Yeshua returns, that he will set us all straight and we'll figure it out. But I think that being kind and being loving about what we're doing is the best thing. So if you get ugly about it.
Unless you're telling people that it's okay to disobey God's law, then we're
not talking about disobeying his law. We're talking about you know, whether or not this day is the right day or that day, just like his name. I guarantee you we're all wrong.
The name. I don't care if you say Yahweh. I don't care if you say Jehovah. I don't care if you say Yehovah. I don't care if you say Yahusha or Yahuwah. But where I draw the line is when you make it into a salvation issue. When you say, and it's mostly one group of people, it's mostly the...
Let's just say that. You don't need to say anything else.
Well, I mean, I've encountered a lot of people that use the name Yahuwah, and they say, oh, you have to say it this way. And if you don't say it this way, you're not saying it. You're calling on a false god and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I had one guy that, because I said, hey, this is not a salvation issue, he said, and I quote, if I ever meet you in person, I'm going to crush your skull in. I'm like, wow, okay, dude, we're brothers. But yeah, because I don't say the name you say, because I believe that it's Yehovah and you believe it's Yahuwah, you're going to crush my skull in. Yeah, that's the love of Christ coming from you. Okay. So there is one brother. There's one guy that I've met that has so much love that uses the name Yahuwah. That's Daryl Lee. And I love that guy. He gives me hope that, hey, you know what? They're not all crackpots, because I've met more people that use the name Yahuwah that get angry and mad and upset and just downright angry and violent than I have, you know, anybody else. You don't get that from people that say Yahweh. You don't get that from people that say Yehovah. But it seems 9 times out of 10, the people that say Yahuwah, they get angry about it. So that right there for me, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to venture down that road. But anyway, you're yawning. I was yawning. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. Let's just call it quits. Sound good?
Yep.
High five. Oh, fist bump. Okay, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. We love y'all. We appreciate you stopping by. Hey, Sims 50. I should have called you out at the beginning and not the end. So
we made this video just for you.
Just for you, Sims 50.
Good night. I'm glad that you're home.
So
now I'll sleep better.
Sorry we didn't do a video last week and the week before. Time and life just kind of got away from us. We were going to do it 2 weeks ago, but then we ended up getting our phones. And by the time we realized that, oh, hey, we need to do the show, it was like 11 o'clock. We're like, yeah, let's just skip it. And then last week we were at the Bowers. So anyway, hopefully we'll see y'all next week. Some of y'all, we're going to see you at Sukkot. Looking forward. Maybe we'll get a big group of people together and just do what's up. So we'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Enjoy your week. And have a great and Yah blessed Sukkot when you get to it. And a Yah-fearing Day of Atonement. What is it? Yom Kippur?
Yom Kippur.
No, Yom Teruah is Day of Trumpets. Teruah is trumpet. Kippur. So good night, everybody. We'll see y'all. Oh, wait, we're going to go to end it right there.
Oh, I just got a weather alert.
Weather alert? Is there a tornado?
No.
No, just thunderstorm. Okay, good night, everybody. Shalom.